You look like a deranged Easter bunny.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna, you know what? I feel like I'm dressed wrong. Let me change real quick. Damn, not this again. Wrong outfit. Try it again. While this is much better, I am not a 1950s dad. Alright, all joking aside, guys. I can't see what he's on. Put all this stuff down. Alright, what are we here to talk about? We're here to talk about the official Red Ryder carbine action 200 shot range model air rifle with compass in the stock and a thing that tells time.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
That's a direct quote from the movie. The thing that tells time is a sundial right here. All right, so little backstory on this bad boy. This is the official Red Ryder, a Christmas wish BB gun. Yeah, I found it last year via Walmart. This is probably beginning of December, end of November time frame. I thought it was absolutely insane. Usually the Red Ryders that I've always come across, or the Buck Jones or whatever, the Daisy BB guns, have never been a Christmas Story ones. They've always just been regular Red Ryders. Last year, I noticed they had one called a Christmas Wish, and it had a compass in stock with a sundial, and it was reasonably priced, right? It wasn't crazy expensive. So, I being me, a 7-year-old at heart with access to adult money, I bought one. I jumped all over it. Walmart sent it straight to my house, and I got it. Excuse me. And my son saw it, and he's obviously an older teenager, but he was miffed that I did not get him one, and he wanted this one. So it went on back and forth, like, I really want that. Can we shoot it? I was like, nope, we're not going to shoot it. I'm going to do a review on it, this, that, and the other thing. Later that evening, I ordered him one. We had it shipped to the house. As soon as it arrived, it got wrapped up, and I literally hid it behind the bookcase. So Christmas comes around, everybody opens all their presents, and we think we're all done. And then, of course, just like in the movie, I was like, I think I see one more. And we sent him over to look behind the bookcase. He pulls it out, unwraps it, and he was absolutely elated. We use it. We shoot it in the backyard, little tin cans and boxes and things like that. But enough about that. Let's talk about this right here. So, little backstory. I'm sure everybody has seen the movie A Christmas Story, which we're going to allude to a lot. The original Red Ryder. When that movie came out, talked about having the compass in the stock and a sundial. The originals didn't come like that. The compass in the stock was something the Buck Jones model had, but not the Red Ryder. And for the movie, from the book adaptation, Red Ryder silkscreened a sundial. And they installed a compass and silkscreened a sundial onto the stock as a prop for the movie. Now, this sundial is engraved, and on the opposite side, it does say Red Ryder. And we're going to go over everything that comes in the box with this. So, the up front handrail, handguard, whatever you want to call it, is wood. The stock itself is wood. The body of the entire rifle is aluminum. It's pressed aluminum. Now, the barrel inside is a smoothbore steel barrel. So it is reinforced. Actually, when you are loading it, you can actually see a little bit of that barrel. When you're shooting, it is important that you use only steel BBs. Do not use the cheaper lead BBs. It is an actual warning they give you in the owner's manual. All right. So it does have a nice fixed blade sight up front. It is plastic screwed down. All the screws should not come loose because they are all glued in, basically. The coating of this gun is blued. The rear sight is adjustable. So you're able to lift this up and move this forward, so on and so forth, for different distances. All right. But it's a BB gun. Most people are going to be shooting them relatively close distance. All right. It does have a brass fastener or brass strap that holds the barrel to the wood. They specifically tell you to not pull this apart. Do not try and break it down. It is very complicated. If for some reason you are having problems with this, literally you have to send the whole thing back to Daisy. So once you buy this from a retail store or order it off Amazon or whatever you're doing, and I'll put the links down below for Amazon and obviously Walmart. I'm pretty sure Walmart still carries it. Amazon, however, will give you warnings that they do not ship this to your area if you live in Connecticut, or pretty much the tri-state area, right? Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. Walmart will, just so you know. Usually you can order it to the store and go pick it up in the store, or Walmart will deliver it straight away to your home. So getting back to the gun. It's got tons of writing all over it. A lot of them are just warnings telling you, hey, don't do this, don't do that, all that good stuff. On this side, it does have a little leather tassel, which is synonymous with the Red Ryder. It is lever action, right? There is no CO2 canisters in this. When you are ratcheting it, you are building up the air pressure to fire it. All right. Other thing up front is where you load. You're going to load right here. All right. Don't worry about this part. This is not the magazine. The magazine is the barrel itself. So how do we open this? All you have to do is push up on it and it will open. All right. It opens up to a little area in here and you're able to put your BBs in there. Then you close it. All right. This holds 600 some odd BBs into it. You don't need to load that many while you're out there shooting. I usually do just a few in my hand just because unloading it, if you don't shoot the full amount, is kind of a pain in the butt. But that being said, you know, it is what it is. So it is gravity fed. All right. And what that means is all the BBs are just sitting in here. So when you're like this, all right, you're going to shoot, bang. Not really doesn't make a bang noise. But in order to load it, you're going to have to bring it up on a 45 to get the next BB to drop down inside the chamber. All right. It does have a safety that is right here. You have to deactivate it in order to pull the trigger. So if the safety is on, there is no trigger pull. Safety comes off, you're able to pull that trigger. Now there is an indicator when the safety is off. It is bright red, so you know that that safety is off. Everything else is pretty much compartmentalized, like, or should I say sealed up. You can't get access to it. We can't pull this apart and all that. There is a small hole that is right over here, and this is for oiling purposes only. Right? It tells you in the owner's manual 2 drops to 3 drops of oil in there, and then on various moving parts. Okay, and it is not lightweight oil. They tell you that it's 20 motor oil, not like sewing machine or any other light oil. It is heavy duty oil. Only a couple of drops though, so maybe you can buy a small bottle at AutoZone or something. Now, in order to, after we've loaded it, in order to cock it and get it ready to shoot, it is unloaded. I have not loaded it, so I've already test fired it, everything. Okay, so some models you get 1 click, and I'm sure some of you remember where you'd use to pump. You don't have to do that, all right? When you take the lever and you bring it forward, there are going to be 7 clicks. That is all you need, all right? And we're going to go through them real quick. All right, so here we go. Safety is on, it is braced, and I'm going to start using the lever. Here we go. Lever is broken free. Those are all 7. Bring the lever back. Lock that lever in. All right. And again, safety is on. If this would fill with BBs, we'd shoot a BB. But all right, safety comes off. And then fit. Super quiet. Now, when you're shooting outdoors in your backyard, which you actually can do, you're going to want to set the target up further away, at least 10 to 15 yards. I know what everyone's asking. Well, it's a BB gun. What's the effective range of the BB gun? According to the owner's manual, 195 yards. And it's traveling about 350 feet per second. So if you're shooting into something hard, like a wood pile, no, the BBs can ricochet and come right back at you. All right, so here's the rarity. Yeah, me without a hat. Always wear eye pro. You don't want to shoot your eye out. For anyone that's curious, obviously you can tell my target is just a box. It's an Amazon box. I would suggest filling it with styrofoam, packing peanuts, rolled up paper, crunched up paper, something to help stop. That did stop a few rounds, but a lot of them blew right through the back. So that being said, make sure there was a decent backstop. Nothing was coming back at me. But it's a wood pile, so make sure you're not shooting into rocks and things like that. They do come back at you. So always wear eye pro. You don't need ear pro with it. It's super quiet. But don't shoot your eye out. And be mindful. Put your targets a little further away. Don't shoot at rocks and weird stuff like that. All right? That's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much really to break down. The fact that it is what it is pretty cool. I love it. Again, I'm just a kid. All right? So the ammo it takes is right here, and it's really, really cheap too. It is .177 caliber BB, or 4.5 millimeters. So you get a big thing of them. I bought the official Daisy ones straight out of Walmart. To go with this, no problems. We've been shooting a bunch, and you can see that we've really not used. It doesn't look like we've used that much, though we have shot a bunch. All right, so let's talk about what actually comes with this in the box. All right, so when you get your box, you're going to open it up. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Obviously, you're going to have your owner's manual. It's in English and Spanish. You can go through it. Please read it. Make sure you understand. It talks about aiming, good safety rules, all that good stuff. And it has the cocking instructions. All right, it is double-sided. If you don't know how to do this, you got issues. It's got a little warning label. It says, do not return. It's telling you, do not return this to the store into which you bought it. They can't accept it. All right. it's got to go back to Daisy. If there's a problem with it, if it's broken, something, it's got to go back to Daisy. And then it's going to come with this model specifically. This little plastic looking toothpick. All right. The instructions do not tell you what it is. I've seen tons of people asking questions like, what is it? They don't understand what does it clear jams? What does it do? It's simple. All right. Unfortunately, only the original 1983 Red Ryder Christmas Dream, which is this, came with the instructions. That is the actual official Red Ryder for A Christmas Story, released of that year. This little toothpick is what goes in the sundial. All right. So I know it's going to be a little hard to see against this dark sweater, but you can see it just fits right in. There's a little notch right here, and it goes right in. And then the sundial will work. All right. So obviously you don't just lay it down anywhere. You've got to put it down and then face it north, so on and so forth. Honestly, I don't use sundials. I have a watch. All right. But it's important. Don't lose it. I just keep mine in the box with the instructions and everything else. I know some people are just going to throw the box away. I have kept the box around because I think it makes a hilarious Christmas decoration. But that's the box. So now I'll give you a little useless knowledge about this gun. About this. All right. So Red Ryder. All right. Red Ryder is, I'm going to say, sound dorky, an old-timey radio show. It was created by Stephen Schlesinger. I think I'm getting that right. It was illustrated by Fred Harmon. The Red Ryder was a cowboy who attempted to right wrongs in the San Juan Mountains. He had a sidekick named Little Beaver. This is, you guys got to remember, this is back in the day. And a horse named Thunder. All right. It was in the 1940s. All right. So they made a 12-chapter movie serial about this, and it's called The Adventures of Red Ryder. It was followed by a staggering 23-feature film between 1944 and 1947, making it wildly popular. Hence, A Christmas Story takes place in the 40s. That's why. All right. They made a television pilot. There's various radio programs and comic books. All right. The reason I bring that up is like, what's this got to do with Daisy? Red Ryder was one of the first entertainment pieces that was licensed for a toy. Granted, they tell you this is not a toy, but for a toy. All right. So, like when you go see modern movies like Star Wars, right? And there's licensing for all the action figures and all that stuff. This is one of the first ones because it was unheard of back then. But this is why we had the Red Ryder. All right. In A Christmas Story, Ralphie belts out, I think it's 28, maybe 30 times. He wants the official Red Ryder Action 200 range air rifle with compass in stock and thing that tells time. Sundial. All right. The Red Ryder, like I said, didn't come with a compass or a sundial. It was previously mentioned that the Buck Jones edition did. But maybe Gene Shepard, who wrote the book, just misremembered, right? Or kind of combined the two. I don't know. Nobody else knows. But like I said, they made a special one just for the movie. All right. So they took something that didn't exist, something that was never intended to exist, and created it for the movie. And it turned out to be so wildly popular that 1983 they gave you the I think it's called the Christmas Miracle, and then last year they had a Christmas Wish, which is this one. So listen, if you're a little kid at heart, or maybe you have kids and you want to start them off with some firearm safety and you're looking at a BB gun, this is great, especially if you're a fan of that movie. For me, I'm an absolute dork when it comes to that. My wife despises the movie, could care less. I have to watch it every year, Christmas Day. It is just one of the traditions that I have. Just like on Christmas Eve, after the kids go to bed, not they're all adults, but in the evening when everything is settled down, I sit on my couch and watch It's a Wonderful Life, the original black and white version. It's just tradition. It's something I've always done. It is what it is. All right. So the links for this are down below. Totally go get yourself one. Get your kids one. Have a blast. This is a staple for Christmas. Every kid has to have a BB gun to start off with. Just follow the instructions. Read the owner's manual. Don't let the kids shoot it unsupervised. And they have some great warnings and instructions in there. Everybody knows, like, treat every gun as if it's loaded. Don't point it at anything you don't intend to destroy, etc., etc. They literally, there's 4 tenets, but literally they give you a list of 10. And they're good, all right? So, let your kids have fun. Obviously supervised. Don't shoot small critters, things like that. They are awesome. I have so much joy going in the backyard with my son with these and having a blast, just plinking away at different cans and things like that. So there you go. That's my little Christmas special rant about this. Go get yourself one. All right. Have fun. All right. All right, that's it. I have nothing else really to say about this. So from me and my family to all of you, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Ho, ho, ho.